Hello, everybody. If you'd like to know what 2020 has in store for you, please do know that 2020 year ahead consultations are available as a part of the vast range of astrological services available through my services page, which you will find linked above. So, do you go forward or do you stick with what you have already? Right? Is the noble thing to do to commit to the path ahead, which you're not really uncertain of, or to commit to the path behind you, which seems a little bit too well trodden and, well, perhaps even a little bit, worn out? And if you stick with that past situation, are you being a slave, a servant to something to which you shouldn't really be a servant? Or are you, in fact, being noble in your actions? That's a lot of confusion to sort through, and you may find yourself in the coming weeks heading very deeply into that confusion. And sometimes you have to go into that confusion to find a ray of light. Sometimes you have to explore something that's seemingly dark in order to find your own immense brilliance, because it was clouded in the confusion of the mental construction that you had created for yourself, in which you were seeing yourself as being somebody who was eensy beensy teensy weensy, when really you were gargantuan. So which of those do you want to be? Do you want to be gargantuan? Or do you want to be eensy beensy teensy weensy? Or do you perhaps want to be a little bit of eensy beensy teensy weensy and gargantuan, right? Because after all, gargantuan sometimes seems a little bit too egotistical. But guess what? Eensy beensy teensy weensy, that's a little bit egotistical too, right? So I probably just added more to your confusion than I have helped resolve it. But perhaps not. Perhaps what you're needing to recognize, yes, is that through being a servant to something, you are actually being noble in your actions. Sometimes you may need to recognize that in holding on to something from the past and ushering it forward into the future in a new and completely revitalized different way is a very wise thing to do. So you see yourself as being in a position of dualism. But what you're needing to do is to recognize that that seeming sense of dualism is really asking you to find the middle ground between two very, seemingly intense extremes. You don't have to go all the way back to the past, but yet the thing that you think you have to commit to moving forward, you don't necessarily have to commit to. Instead, you stand a chance of changing something already in place to something that is much more wonderful than what you have had before. And that is truly tapping into your potential. That is truly finding your strength. That is truly going through a dark time in order to find your potential, to act on your potential, and to do something truly, truly meaningful. And in the weeks ahead, you will find yourself doing just that. That's going to do it for this look at Mars's transit through Vishakha Nakshatra from the 7th of December 2019 to the 26th of December, all the way up to the solar eclipse, which is on the 26th of 2019. Until next time, please do take the very best care of yourself. And in the meantime, I'm going to learn how to speak correctly. Bye now.